Today might be one of the unluckiest days I've ever had in my life. So we start off at basically in Kyoto. We're actually in Korea now. And we started off taking the train to get to Kyoto Station, and from there taking the Haruka line. So the Haruka is supposed to get you from Kyoto Station to basically the airport, Kansai Airport. And that's where I took the plane to go to Korea. But unfortunately, for the first time I've ever experienced, actually, there was a delay on the trains. And I promise I've never seen a delay on a train before, actually, in Japan. If I have, it's like for maybe like a minute or two, but that's it. So this delay for the Haruka line was about 1 hour, a 1 hour delay, which was honestly insane because I feel like why today of all days? Because, you know, I am taking the plane to Korea, and I planned it to be 2 hours before that I arrive at the airport, but because of the hour delay, I got there right around 1 hour beforehand. And then when I reached the counter, because, you know, I booked this through Chase, so it didn't tell me which terminal it was. I ended up going to Terminal 1, wasting like 10 minutes, but I was supposed to go to Terminal 2. It takes a whole bus to get to Terminal 2 at the Kansai Airport. So I ended up being about 15 minutes late to their 60-minute mark. So with 45 minutes left before the plane takes off, I basically was not allowed to board, which was one of the most unfortunate things I've ever experienced. It was Jeju Airlines. I just like begged. I was like, please, you know, it was the train that got delayed. Like, I wanted to be here on time, but they forced me to basically buy a whole new ticket. And that ticket costed 20,000 yen. And they also told me my luggage was over their limit. I think their limit is like 15 kilograms. Mine's was about 20 kilograms, which is still under 50 pounds, I believe, which is the normal standard limit. And they were about to charge me an extra 8,000 yen. But I just asked them, like, you know, is there anything I can do? Like, put it in my backpack, all that stuff. And they're like, oh, they'll reduce it to 3 kilograms overweight, which is 5,000 yen instead. So I basically paid, you know, on top of the flight that I already paid for, which, you know, it's gone. I can't go on that flight anymore. So I lost $126 for that flight. I booked it on chase.com, so it's like more than usual, like $20 more than usual, but it was with points. So in my mind, I try to justify it and say like, oh, it was free, but it still stung because I had to basically pay more now. I think 20,000 yen is about, well, added together, I paid probably around $170-ish for the new stuff when I didn't have to. And I think that really sucked. And the funny thing is, when I arrived, I actually heard them say last boarding call for, like, when I went through all the security checks in the gate, slowly, because, you know, at this point I already paid for the new ticket. Once I got to the gate, they were like, oh, last boarding call. So for my original flight. And I was sad. I was just like, oh my gosh, why? Like, why does it have to be this way? So to me, I was just frustrated because I was like, look, I could have made this flight. Like, it was just the delay on the train by 1 hour, which is honestly still crazy in my mind. I'm like, why did that happen? And then the new flight got delayed by luckily only 30 minutes, but the new flight was already 2 hours past like what I was expecting. So I ended up arriving to my hotel area at like, or it's not even a hotel, it was like, I booked it on booking.com, something called Yellow House or whatever, because my cousin's at Yonsei University studying abroad and stuff, and I wanted to visit her. So I booked a place that was kind of close by, and it ended up being a place that you can't get into. There's no like check-in or anything like that. And the manager or whoever is in charge of the booking thing didn't send me any message. So I had to try to call them. They didn't answer. I was just like confused and waiting outside for a good hour. And I asked my cousin to call them because she has like a Korean phone number, and they ended up texting, and I managed to get the stuff to get in. But in my mind, I'm like, why did that happen? Like, because it's their job to at least give me the information on the day I'm coming in, or at least like contact me to contact them or something like that. Like, why did my cousin have to do it? I'm like, it was also very frustrating. That was like basically right now, and I'm just tired, and it's raining even though the weather said it's not, and I didn't bring an umbrella. It's a unfortunate day for me today. I also don't know where I'm going. I should know because I'm meeting up with my cousin, but I'm just so tired from today. Yeah, it's a bad day. It seriously is a bad day. I spent way more than I needed to, and I really wish the Jeju people were just more lenient, because like, man, I could have made that flight. I could have. Had I actually rushed, had I not like spent a good 15 minutes trying to like pay for the new flight, I would have made it, like, for sure. Had the train not been delayed as well. April 14th, my gosh, what a day. Anyways, where am I going, honestly? Okay, well, that's basically it for this little rant. I usually don't have days like these. I'm trying to manage it. I'm like, oh man, it just sucks all around. Like, there's nothing I can do. There's nothing I could have done each stage of the way. Like, the train that was supposed to get me there 2 hours beforehand ended up getting me there 1 hour beforehand. The cutoff, like Chase Portal not telling me which terminal it is. I'm going to the wrong one as well. Like, everything was like just stacked against me, and I couldn't have done better than I did, which is so unfortunate, because in that case it's just pure unluckiness. And even if I wanted to contact the property manager for the thing, I would have had to have called them, because there's no way to actually like message them on booking.com for whatever reason. So that's so strange. Dang. Okay, well, that's it for this one. I think there are definitely some lessons to take away from this. Number one, go to the airport like even earlier, like not just 2 hours beforehand, but maybe I mean, you really can't like expect a 1 hour delay on a train. That's just crazy, right? In Japan especially, like, that's just not something you would expect. But that's why I'm feeling like maybe the lesson is just get there really early. And then the other one is like contact the manager or whatever like a day or two beforehand, make sure everything is settled, know where I'm going and all that stuff. Yeah, that's a lesson. All right, that's enough of me venting. Okay, catch you guys in the next one.